Good morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Jeremy here with my full non-spoiler review of the Pope's Exorcist. Before we jump into that review though, as always, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on a video. And if you do enjoy our content, please give these videos a thumbs up. That lets us know that you're enjoying our content and encourages us to keep putting it out there. Also, if you haven't done so already, head on over to our eBay store. The link is down in the description. Mrs. Jackednnerdy has been very busy putting up mystery box videos, and all of the contents of those mystery boxes does end up on that eBay store, available for you guys to purchase. So head on over and check that out as well. So with that out of the way, the Pope's Exorcist. I've been really excited for this film ever since I first saw the initial trailer, and it's really funny because they didn't do a lot of promotion for this film, and they only I only learned about this film maybe a month ago, if that. So 3 to 4 weeks ago was the first time I saw any type of trailer or advertising for this film. But ever since I saw that first trailer, I've been hooked and really excited for this film. Of course, it stars the great Russell Crowe, who, again, if you saw my initial reaction video, you've heard me say it. I think he is one of the best actors out there at the moment. He's iconic, and he's had played many roles over the years, which he will go down in history as one of the greats, in my opinion. He delivers a stellar performance in this film. I absolutely loved his character, and it was great because I love the fact that this character that he plays is an actual person. Obviously, then unfortunately they're no longer living with us, but he is portraying an actual priest at the Vatican who was an exorcist. So absolutely love seeing movies based or grounded in some sort of reality, yet also very spiritual and cosmic and all that kind of stuff. But Russell Crowe, stellar performance. I'll come back to the rest of the cast in a moment. But so if you're not already familiar, this film is very much a horror. I call it a horror/thriller. It is basically, the synopsis is Father Gabriel, who is Russell Crowe's character, is sent to a Spanish property, castle/monastery, which to perform an exorcist on a boy, and all hell breaks loose, and there's a whole deep dark history behind that particular location, and demons and angels and all of that. So really interesting story. Like I said, a bit of a thriller, mystery kind of intrigue there, as well as you've got demons and the devil and horror themes and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a really good story. Great combination of different themes all tied in together. The director, Julius, Avery, I'm not really familiar with a lot of their work. Let's have a look. I'll see if I can see what else. Okay, alright, so the same director did Overlord, which was a fantastic film done by James Gunn Studios, set in World War II. Absolutely love that film. Bit of a kind of an alternate kind of reality, kind of what if, so to speak. It was also involved in Samaritan, that we reviewed last year with Sylvester Stallone. Not a huge amount of other things. So very relatively new director by the looks of it. But hey, you know what? This film is outstanding. He's done a fantastic job, and hopefully this will lead to many more. The visual effects of this film are absolutely freaky as hell. They did a fantastic job on, you know, the different the makeup on both the child and other kind of things. You know, the visual effects of, you know, I don't want to give much away, but look, it's just freaky. It's some of the scenes, the kind of the demonic scenes and horror themes and all that kind of stuff is just absolutely fantastic. They did a fantastic job on the visuals. None of it felt fake. It all felt real. You know, quite often you'll see in a lot of films, some of the visual effects are not as polished as they should be, and you can obviously tell that they're visual effects and CGI, and it just takes you out of the film, and you kind of go, yeah, well, I can't really believe this now. There was none of that in this film. Everything just feels and looks real and freaky as hell. I absolutely loved it. Speaking of the themes and the horrors and all of that, again, if you saw my initial reaction when I came out of the cinema, you will know, I'm not a religious person. However, I do enjoy films that have religious type themes, especially around angels, demons, you know, God, the devil, monsters, you know, all that kind of stuff. I very much enjoy the original Exorcist movies and some of the spin-offs from there. A couple of years ago, they did a Exorcist series, which was I think it was a streaming series, which was, again, I thought was really, really good and I really, really enjoyed. So this film was right up my alley right from the get-go, and no joke, I think if anyone out there likes these types of themes and those types of films, you're going to love this film. Even if you're not a hardcore horror fan, but still like, you know, all of the kind of the mystical kind of things and angels and demons and all that kind of stuff, again, you're really going to enjoy this film. I think this is going to suit many people's tastes, because it's not over the top, but it's still a great kind of thriller, horror, mystery kind of film. Going back to the cast, so obviously we talked about the great Russell Crowe leading this film. Absolutely stellar performance. I thought he was fantastic, really enjoyable to watch. There's also lots of other fantastic actors though in this film. We got Franco Nero, who plays the Pope. He was absolutely fantastic. You got Ralph Ineson, who does a lot of the voice work for the demon. You've got Cornell John, who I've seen. He always seems to pop up in things, and you always recognise him when he pops up. But you know, he never really takes the kind of the forefront or the lead. But he was absolutely fantastic. Daniel Zovatto, who I've never seen before. I've never seen him in anything that I can recall. But he plays another priest alongside Russell Crowe. He was absolutely brilliant as well. And then we got some of the female actresses. Again, the female casting throughout this was absolutely top notch as well. You've got Alex Essoe, Laurel Marsden, Paloma Bloyd, I'm probably butchering her name, I'm very, very sorry, and Carrie Munro. All of them delivered a stellar performance. I really want to give a shout out to the young boy who plays the lead, kind of the boy who's possessed in this film. Just looking up on Google, it's not coming up with his name. I'll just go to IMDB, see if it's on there. Here we go. Here we go. Peter DeSouza. I can't pronounce his full name. Peter DeSouza, the young boy in this film. His performance was just absolutely incredible. And I was thinking about this late last night. for such a, I mean, I don't know what his age is, but I mean, he looks very, very young. And to be such a young actor at the beginning of the career and delivering such an incredible performance, because when you really think about it, the performance that he was having to deliver, was, right at the beginning, from before he's possessed to then the types of things that they had him do when he was possessed. I mean, sure, there are things like makeup and a little bit of special effects and what have you, but it's still, in essence, him acting, and his performance was just absolutely incredible. So I've got to give him, Peter, absolutely, top marks for his performance in this film. And so, I give him, the double thumbs up in a thumbs up, thumbs down world. So big shout out to Peter. His performance was absolutely incredible. So across the board, this film is absolutely fantastic. Even the soundtrack. Sorry, I got to also mention the soundtrack. There are moments in this film. Obviously you've got the scoring, which is very ominous and very kind of spooky and dark and terrifying at times. But then also you had absolutely hilarious moments where songs pop up from artists that you just wouldn't have thought of, so they did a fantastic job, top to bottom, left to right, with this film. I mentioned it in my out of theatre reaction. We're only 3 months into the year, so there's still a lot of year to come. However, straight away, this is by far my favourite horror movie of the year so far. Now, will it be dethroned later in the month when Evil Dead Rise comes out? Who knows? I'm really looking forward to Evil Dead Rise. So far, though, this is my favourite horror movie of the year. And I think, so far, I would say it's my favourite movie of the year, full stop. There have been quite a few things that have come out this year, but this is the first one where I've just thought, top to bottom, I've just had such a really, really good time in the theatre sitting down watching this film. So, look, yeah, definitely best horror movie of the year so far. We'll wait and see at the end of the year if it keeps that spot. But also, it's right up there with, in my opinion, favourite film of the year so far. But again, really early in the year, we've got a ton of movies coming out over the next couple of months. Do yourself a favour, if you are into this type of genre, or if you're at least just a little bit intrigued about this film, please do yourself a favour. Head out to the movies, go and check out The Pope's Exorcist, starring Russell Crowe. You will be very, very pleased with this film. Do yourself a favour, go on, check it out. Hopefully we get more movies like this in the future, because the genre sorely needs it. At the moment, it's only got an IMDB score of 6.1 out of 10 and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 57%. I think it deserves a lot better scoring than that. It deserves to be right up there, but I'd give it an 80%. Easy, hands down, 80% all day long. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Do yourself a favour, go out there, check it out, make up your own mind, and hit me up in the comments section below. I really want to know what everyone else thinks of this film. Are you a fan of the genre, and did this movie hit the mark for you? Hit me up in the comments section below, give the video a thumbs up, and until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.